Hey guys, and welcome back to JALN Says. And today we are with Mr. Omayzee, and he's a very funny guy. He has a lot of funny clips on Instagram, and it may not be that kid friendly, but they are a little funny. So you got to check him out. Check him out. He's really cool. He's a bodybuilder. He's been doing this stuff since 2020, and he's been a professional at it. So here's a man to speak for himself. Mr. Omayzee, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. How are you? Oh, well, I mean, I already asked that, but to get to start off, how did you get into this realm?
Hmm, that's a very good question.
Okay, wait, before that, while the audience joins in, uh what are your things that you like to do day to day now?
My
As
day to
a
day.
bodybuilder?
Well,
Yeah.
I I would say training for sure. I like to train, but that's myself and my clients. Um, and just acting. I guess uh, I scroll a lot, try to educate myself in different things that I don't know about, different new ways to do things. And for me, it feels like an adventure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it feels that every day feels like an adventure. Nothing is except for the things that I have all planned and set. My mind is always open to, learning new things, how to do different things in different ways, and pretty much that. And also being a great family man. That's really it.
All right. Wow. Wow. So, what keeps you on that grind mindset?
Well, I think really just knowing there's more out there. There's always more, and I don't like the idea of settling, So I always want to reach for the next achievement, if you will. I guess in a way, bodybuilding was that for me. Kind of it taught me that discipline. Taught me to, persistently grind out results or seek results. Seek changes in my body and things like that, and actually put in work that will actually make a difference, in the long run. So I think that has given me this hunger for more. I know people sometimes say, oh, bodybuilders always want to get bigger and bigger and bigger. For me, I just want to get better. Not necessarily bigger, but just better at what I do. So I think just the pursuit of excellence is what keeps me going.
Okay. Okay. So, do you have a set goal in mind for your career?
Well, that's a very broad question, but because I really do. I want to impact the world. I really want to. I want the world to see, how I see things. My through my lenses, be it through my comedy, be it through my acting, um, whatever it is. I want the world to. I want to leave an impact in the world.
Uh,
A very big one. And I just I want to be great.
uh,
I want to be great. I want to be remembered as someone who did great things.
okay. Okay. So, what got you on this path to doing what you're doing right now?
Okay, um so with me, I graduated college with a first class in finance, and started working with an accounting firm. Everything went well,
Okay.
and was a part of me just kind of felt like I wanted more than that, sitting behind a computer and everything. There's nothing wrong with that. I had a great time working corporate, but I just guess I wanted more. Right? I wanted to be able to create my own schedule, and do things for myself and pursue my passion. Um, and at the time, it was more so about working out. I used to just want to be at the gym. Like 5 o'clock hits, and I'm looking at my watch, like, okay, why am I not at the gym? And so for me, I guess that kind of pointed me in the direction where I knew, okay, I wanted to pursue something in fitness. Kind of help people get their bodies right, get their health in check. Because for me, going into fitness, it was pretty much the doctor who said you had to change the way you ate and the way you and just be more active. That's what the doctor had told me back in the day. So I did
What did
that.
the doctor tell you that?
I was diagnosed with pre-diabetes at the time,
Hmm.
and having a family history, my dad had passed from diabetic complications. I was adamant that that was not going to happen to me, and so that's why I started working out, started doing all of these things that the doctor had suggested I do, and it turned my life around, changed everything completely. My appearance changed. I was healthier. I went back to the doctors to go check, and my levels were back to normal, even better. So I wanted to kind of use that to educate people, and really, help people who are also suffering the same thing, kind of see that there's a way for them. So,
So you're
uh,
trying to get into fitness coaching?
yes,
Are you a fitness coach now?
yes, I am.
Okay.
I
All right,
am.
we'll talk about how people get into your lessons and stuff later.
Okay.
Um, was that before or after what happened in 2019 that you got your diagnosis? Because
Oh, that was before. This was long before my diagnosis. I had the This was, I think, 2014 or 15.
okay,
So I've been at it since then. I actually went full time into fitness in 2017. Didn't do my first competition until 2018. That was how I began on the path to becoming a professional bodybuilder. My first competition was in June 2018 um, in Dallas. It was a pretty okay show. Wasn't ready for what's to come, so I just kind of winged it. But by the second time I went, just like 11 weeks after that, I tasted that winning feeling. So I was like, yeah, I got to keep going now. I
yeah.
got
So
to
what did that first show teach you?
that I didn't know it all. That I didn't know it all because I came in there thinking, all confident, like, yeah, like my genetics is so good, I could just walk in
They'll just hand you the trophy.
and just hand me a trophy, just for showing up. But then I go over there and I saw people who actually suffered, like it takes a lot for you to get on stage as a bodybuilder, right? Because you have to get in supreme conditioning, if you will, and that would mean, very, very little body fat left on you. Almost on healthy levels, but I mean you don't stay there in for too long. So hey, the people who can ride it out do. So I went into that competition thinking, well, I didn't have to diet too hard, because I got muscles. Well, I learned fast because I got on that stage and it looked like I was like a water buffalo, you know.
Oh,
And I was like, okay, you know what, I know what to do next time. And so my next go around, I had very a more detailed preparation, and my coaches at the time were so awesome, and I won that one. And so I was going to get ready for nationals in 2019. So early 2019, I think, no, mid 2019, I went for my first national show, and I missed my pro card by one shot. And so I figured, okay, I was just gonna call it a day, and then prepare for the next one. This was in June, and then it was in December I had the accident, the car accident, in which I had torn my labrum,
hmm.
on my left shoulder, and I didn't even realize my bicep was out. So but and then the pandemic hit. This was December 2019,
Yeah.
and then the pandemic hit, and I was like, "Oh crap!" Gyms were closing down and everything. But I was super determined to go pro that year. So I remember like just buying up like used gym equipments and throwing them in my garage and everything. And I made this mini gym, if you will,
Uh,
in my garage. So while everybody else was doing stuff, I was just out there pounding.
where everyone else was like swiping away at cat videos, you were just working
I
out.
was working, I was just in there just working. And I remember like for me to train my legs because I didn't really have too many equipment. I put my car in neutral and then push it right up and down the neighborhood, just so I could work my quads, my thighs and everything.
Imagine like your neighbor just getting up in the morning, has a sip of coffee, looks out the window, and just sees you just pushing your car.
I go, you okay? I was getting a lot of those. Like, are you okay? Do you need a jump? I'm like, no, I'm good. You know,
like, like I know the gas price is getting high. You need some more.
I'm like, yeah, I know it looks funny, but yeah, don't worry, I got this one. But
Uh,
yeah, I did that, and then later that year, 2020 October, uh, I did the nationals in Orlando, and I won my professional
yeah.
cards in two divisions: men's physique and classic physique.
Wow.
On the same night. Um,
So like the divisions? Like what are they?
so men's physique. Oh, you'd imagine guys in board shorts, basically, right? So have really defined upper bodies, um, and then they wear board shorts. So that the way you kind of want to think about that is someone just hopping out of a magazine onto or hopping out the beach or pool party, hopping into a magazine, basically, right? You see them wearing shorts and everything, right? Their legs are not too much of a factor in that regard, but they look great. Their upper bodies are well developed and everything. On the other hand, you have classic physique. Classic physique are guys who have, I'd say, a more balanced physique. If I'm being, oh, yeah, that's that night. Yeah. So classic physique they have a more balanced physique. Great legs, small waist, great upper body, big backs, a nice chest. So it's a little bit more symmetrical when you think about it. So I always like to use Arnold Schwarzenegger, the GOAT, as my as an example for classic physique. If you remember how Arnold Schwarzenegger used to
Yeah.
look, if you ever looked, he looked like a Greek god, basically, right? So that's kind of like what classic physique looks like. It's just a step below what you would typically see, like what people normally think bodybuilders look like.
Yeah. Like
But
I mean, who else would play the Terminator besides a really buff guy?
I know, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really it. I think the main difference between the two divisions is how big your legs are. Really, that's it. You know. But yeah, I had my pro debut last year, and it went well. Um, but at some point, I figured, yeah, I love bodybuilding and everything, but I have an itch for acting. I have an itch for I have a passion for it, not an itch actually. So I figured, why not go to school or go back to school, go learn a few more things, and that's how I ended up at Page Parks. I took classes out there, auditioned for the agency, and got signed up, and you know. been using everything I learned ever since. Kind of crossing bodybuilding, the discipline of a bodybuilder, and the artsiness of an actor, if you will. I'm trying to combine all of those things and create a package.
Okay. Okay, so how did you like realize you had this passion for acting? Did it just come to you? Did you see someone or did it?
I think I've always had that in me. I've always had that in me. Like growing up, I was always the one who just did all the mimics, the mimicking and everything. Like my teachers, um, my friends and stuff. Like I would, mimic the hell out of them. And sometimes they get mad, but it was fun for me. It came natural. Um, so yeah, really, that's why I kind of noticed it at first, right? Like, okay, I think we got something over here. And then at some point, I started doing acting. I like with acting troops and stuff like that. It wasn't anything major, but I knew I always wanted to do something in that line. So I remember right before I come to the United States in 2005. A friend of mine had um, talked me into trying to do this role that she had written, and we were working at it. And then I got the opportunity to come out here, and I was like, you know what? Maybe we'll revisit it some other time. But I've always known I wanted to do this. Make people laugh, make people think. Just oh, I don't want to sound cliche by saying, oh, I knew it as a child, but I think that's what I'm like gearing towards.
Right. So you said you knew as a child. What did you always know that your career was gonna be in this, or what did you think your career was gonna be?
Because that's a very great question. Life happened. So I always knew that I wanted to do something like this. Some of my best friends back in the day, back in Nigeria, would sit down and just come up with these abstract ideas, right? And think, what would we do if we were in that situation? And sometimes we'd actually just act it out playfully, ad lib it. And it was in my heart. If you had asked me coming to the United States at the time, I was dead sure that that was what I wanted to do, right? At some point. And then I get over here, and it's like it's not all rosy as it's depicted. You have to like really put your foot down and work to establish yourself. And so that happened. Um, and I realized this whole acting thing might have to wait because life is life in right now,
Yeah.
right? And so I'm thinking, okay, what do I do? Start like doing all these little jobs here and there. And at that point, you realize that your passion can really be suppressed. If you don't remind yourself, of what you really want to do in life and everything, or where you want to take this, life can really suppress your passions. And so for me, it did that for a very long time. I didn't even stop to think, I want to do this. Like I'm really good at this. It never really dawned on me. So I started like just started accepting life in a different light, and just letting things be, but also working towards the things that I really want to do.
Yeah.
Right. And it was then and only then that I started going back to what I really wanted to do. I didn't care what anybody said. You know, for me, it was just a way of me expressing myself. I didn't think anything of any of those videos that were made, that went viral or anything. Or even I just didn't think of anything. I just did it because I loved it. And I think people saw that and really gravitated towards that. Gravitated towards the authenticity of it. Um, So I say all of this to say, if you have something in your heart that you really want to do, you have to keep it at the forefront. You know, not all of us get lucky to come back to what we love. Well, not all of us get that are fortunate to do that. But if you really have something in your heart, to just chase after it and make it happen.
Mhm. So, what made you go to America?
Ah, you want the truth or you want like something sugar coated? Because I could give you the sugar coated stuff like America's great. Like I could give you that. I could tell you man to man, man. Like, look, I just wanted a better life, man. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted a better life. Um, just the opportunity to do what we're doing now. You know, just being able to talk to you and express myself um, in this capacity was something I was looking for. This opportunity. It was few and far between where I was coming from. So I just wanted a better life. Somehow, someone was going to grind it out, figure it out. Because, again, it wasn't like I came from all the money in the world. I wanted to create my own story. I wanted to write my own story. And yeah, that was
So,
the driving force.
at what point in your life did you move to America? After college, before college?
Before college. Before college. Yeah, I kind of wanted to figure out what I wanted to do. Oh, you want to do I went to Prairie View A&M University. I graduated summa cum laude in finance. And at that point, I thought, yo, this is going to be corporate America, for me. God had other plans.
I mean, if you didn't, you wouldn't be where you are today.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And believe me, it was one of those things where I thought, like, it wasn't the most, it wasn't the easiest decision to make. It wasn't the easiest decision, but and sometimes you question it, like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? Like, it gets so difficult sometimes, but you got to keep pressing on.
I keep pressing on. Yes. So, what I saw is that you have a very strict workout regimen. You work out 5 days a week and like eat very a nutritional diet. So, what do you normally eat to stay fit?
Mhm. So I eat like a machine. I eat like a machine. I can eat the same thing over and over. Just I don't care. I just I eat for the I don't eat for the taste. I eat for results. So a typical day, I will have cream of rice in the morning with 2 scoops of protein, plant protein, because I don't do too well with whey protein. I have 2 scoops of plant protein, yeah, some almond butter, and boom, that's my breakfast.
Uh,
Mm, Lunch, I would have typically it's gonna be rice and some proteins. It could be not jollof. God, I was gonna say jollof. Do you know jollof rice?
I think I've heard of it. What is it?
You're Nigerian. You never heard jollof?
Oh,
I'm
don't
gonna
look,
put you on the
don't,
spot.
don't look at me. Don't.
I am going to put you on the spot.
No, no,
This is a travesty.
no.
You should like what? I was
I,
gonna say jollof. I don't eat jollof anyways. I do. I lied. I do, but not frequently.
yes, on your cheat days.
Every now and again. Let's just put
Yeah.
it. Every now and again, I'm gonna
I
kind
mean,
of just like
every now and again you do need.
I'll go in there like just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. I'm not going to. I'm not going to splurge on. Or maybe when I go to a party, I'll eat jollof,
Yeah.
of which I'm going to one this weekend. But um, I would normally do say white rice or brown rice with some kind of ground meat. Say maybe ground turkey or ground beef or bison. What else? What else? Sweet potatoes and maybe steak. I
Uh,
do a lot of
yeah.
do a lot of steak and stuff. Um, Them burgers, oh my god, my burgers have to be a certain way. It has to be gluten free. It
Uh,
has to be bison burgers are my favorite, and side of sweet potato fries.
yes, those are the best fries.
Oh god, like I double up on those things every time I place my order and I go to that place to get it. They know exactly what I want: gluten free bun, double patty, double the sweet potato fries. I'm like, you gonna eat all of this? I'm like, watch me,
That
watch.
happens a lot. Like once I was at this like I was almost like halfway done with the meal, and my one of my family members said, "You're not full yet." I was like, "Full? This is just a snack."
Like I'll breathe that food. I'm like
Like
this
when he
out.
was taking his food to go, I was like, "Man, if I could just have one bite."
One bite, yo, just try me out. How you think I built all of this? Try me out. They're like, oh, that's a lot of food. I said, I know.
I know.
Like, you don't get big without eating. Mm-mm.
Yes. Yeah. So, do you cook?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I have to. The economy is kind of it's economy, and you know what I'm saying. So I have to cook. I have to do my own cooking, man. Like
Did
that,
you
that huh?
always want to cook, or was it something you were kind of forced to because of the economy, or just
I was forced to. Really, I think I was. I was forced. I'm like, no, I'm not going to eat out. No, but seriously, I had to. I was forced into it in a way, but more so to control what goes into my foods. I am I'm gluten intolerant.
um
I don't do well with that.
yeah, I used to for like until I was 7, I couldn't deal with gluten, corn syrup, nothing like that.
You're better with it now, right?
Yeah, I'm better with it now, but like anytime I went to a restaurant and there was just like gluten or corn syrup in the air, I was like,
Uh-uh.
I could feel it. I'm just starting to itch, and I'm
Quick.
uh,
And the crazy thing is I didn't even realize it for the longest time. I started eating I started doing this blood type diet thing, and it's been phenomenal for me ever since. So I'm blood type O, and there's certain kinds of things that I can eat. I tell you this: when I first started doing this, I think I weighed 261 pounds, if I'm not mistaken, about 261 pounds. I started doing that, and in 9 days, right, I started watching everything I ate. In 9 days, I had dropped like 14 pounds.
wow.
It was not even, and I wasn't even trying. I wasn't trying. So, a lot of it that I found out was had to do with inflammation. Like you eat certain things, you start getting inflammation without even realizing it. And for me, I didn't know gluten was doing all of that to me. So as soon as I started taking all of those things out, my body just started correcting itself. Like we said, oh, you can't eat red meat, can't do this. I started eating red meat, and my body changed for the better. So again, to each their own, but I found something that actually really works for me. My clients, I put them on the same thing as well, because I feel like if you just ate according to what your body really wants or what your body really requires, I think your body's going to treat you good. Not everybody believes in it. I
It's
do.
like
I
putting
do.
soda in a gas tank.
Huh?
It's like putting soda instead of gas in the gas tank.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've seen it. I've been in such situations. I'll go get a salad and stuff, and but like the protein that I get, they probably use things like black pepper on it, right? And I eat it, and all of a sudden, that salad is not so healthy for me because I'm not supposed to be having that black pepper, right?
Like cayenne pepper.
No, well, black pepper, the herb and everything. So when they put that on there, it doesn't sit well in my system. I tried it and realized that really quickly, so I cut that off. So I will typically, excuse me, I will typically eat the same thing over and over as long as it works for my body.
Yeah.
you know. And if I have to eat anything outside of that, I have to take some digestive enzymes, you know.
Yes, we were once in a fresh market, right? Me and my mom have the same blood type, so we were walking and I'm pretty sure, looking for black pepper, something like that. And this guy walks up. He gave us up on it, and he asked like our blood type and stuff like that. So my mom gave it to him. He was like, "Oh yeah, not black pepper, like other stuff like cayenne pepper." Now we start using cayenne pepper and everything.
What's your blood type, if you don't mind me
Uh,
asking?
I'm pretty sure it's O positive.
You O exactly. I'm O negative. Um, and yeah, that I'm glad you've actually had that experience with someone asking you about your blood type. It's believe me, it works. You know, I've had someone who she was not supposed to be eating sweet potatoes, but she was on it for a long time, and she was wondering why am I not, why am I still looking watery? Why am I not dropping, the extra water weight and everything? I said, so what are you eating? She said she's eating this, that, and she got to the sweet potato part. And I'm like, no, you're not supposed to have that. Now, if I did that, I'll be fine. But with her, not so much. So it's a real thing. It really is. Can't hearing. How much do I weigh? How much do I weigh? I am currently 235 pounds, I think.
Wow,
I'm currently 235 pounds, 6 feet tall.
wow, wow. That's wow. Like you're more than like two of me. So that's pretty impressive. So what what do you want to teach to your clients?
Hard work, dedication, consistency, and it could change a lot of things, you know. Um, Especially from my experience. Um, had I not done those things, had I not made those moves, had I not had I not tried to change my life around with my diet and things of that nature, trying to work out, I probably wouldn't have understood how much of a oh I wouldn't have like understood how possible any of this could be. All of this is because the doctor told me that I needed to change something, and I did, right? And I did, and I feel like when people come to that decision, whether or not it's from the doctor, whether or not it's from just wanting to get better, when they see the result, when they see the epitome of consistency, it's easier for them to keep going because it's not easy, right? It's not easy going back to your old habits, not going back to your old habits. It's not easy to stay consistent. There are days when you don't want to do cardio. There are days you don't want to lift. There are days when life is just happening and you don't want to be bothered by other things. But I want people to see that, their choices can, take them places where they have never even imagined. For me, I, want to I always tell people like fitness, was for me that thing that saved me, literally. And it's also taking me to where I need to be, where I want to be, So I'm always going to be connected to that fit life. I'm always going to be connected to trying to make people better. Because for me, it's a lifestyle. It's not just a fad. It's not just, I want to look good for the summer type thing. It's a lifestyle for me. And I want to be able to teach my people the same thing. You know, yeah.
So
You
what
have
is your
pre-diabetes. Yeah, she said you fought diabetes. Pre-diabetes, actually. It's where your blood sugar starts going over a certain level, and left unchecked, it will develop into type 2 diabetes. And so I was there, right there on the cusp, when the doctor found out, and told me that it was reversible. Had I made it into diabetes, probably would have not have been reversible. But I just went to work. I just went
Went to
to
work.
work and never had a scare since.
Wow, that's that's incredible. So, how much can you lift?
I can lift a lot. I can lift a lot. I mean, I can bench press 315s for sure. I can squat God knows how much, but I can do a whole lot, but it's uh it's counterintuitive or counterproductive to do all of that. If um if we're being very honest, because when people ask that question, how much can you lift? It's not really it's not really the bodybuilder's question to answer, because the bodybuilder's goal is not to lift the most amount of weight.
It's to
It's to
look like
sculpt the
you lift.
body, right? It's to sculpt the body with the necessary stimulation to cause that growth, right? So say I wanted to work my chest. If I was doing a bench press worth, say, 315 pounds, right? And none of that 315 pounds is going into my chest. I'm just using on everything I have in me to kind of just push that weight, but not too much is coming from my chest, a lot coming from my arms, my shoulders, and everything, right? I will not get the same results as someone who has taken the weights down, right, to really stimulate good growth and working the muscle in its full range of motion.
Mm.
So it's more so for a bodybuilder, he won't, he doesn't care if it's 20 pounds. If that 20 pounds is going to cause a muscle to grow, he will do it in a slow, controlled way,
Wow.
right? In a slow, controlled fashion for a number of repetitions, for a set number of times. And he'll go home, he'll eat, and that's really the gist of it. So that question, how much can you lift? It's a tricky one for me. While I can do it, I don't do it. If that makes any sense, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's kind of well. I wouldn't understand it. You would, but that's kind of an interesting way to like work out. So, this is actually a question I was about to say, but since you're talking about a lot of meat products, have you ever thought about becoming vegan?
No, I gotta eat meat. I gotta eat meat. um, it's been a thought, but I'm an omnivore. I'm an omnivore. I don't there's I have to have a certain level of protein, especially for somebody my muscle mass. I have to have a certain level of protein that I will typically not get from vegetable sources.
Yeah,
So I mean, it works for me. My health isn't great. It's in fantastic, fantastic place. So I'm, I don't like getting into that debate too much because I will eat. Just give me the meat. I will eat. You know what I'm saying? It works. It works perfect for me. I'm blood type O, so my body needs it. Like
got it. Got to keep the
you
protein up.
don't feel like that too?
I mean, I do. I mean, I had one time in my life, I was like 10, where I thought about not eating. No, I was like 6, 7, not eating meat.
I'm sure you heard that voice in your head go like, "Child, if you don't."
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
I said,
I got back.
"Boy." I thought about it. I said, "Nah, the devil playing games with me, man." You're not taking my steak away, bro.
You go from like 230 to
To like 130.
170. Yeah.
I'm from like 230 to 130. I'd be like, you ain't taking my steak away.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to kill me for that one.
Yeah. So when you do occasionally go out to eat, is there any place that you is like your go-to get steak or beef or bison?
So so I do my favorite place to go would be uh, for my burgers, my favorite place to go would be BJ's.
Ah,
Definitely BJ's. Like, and they know everything that I want in there. Like, as soon as I make my call to
they're
order, they're
like,
like, "Hey, is this Mark?" I'm like,
I already know.
"You already know, man." Like, it's I get my burgers from over there. Like my steak. Where do I like to get steak from? I mean, it depends. Just cook my steak well. I don't really care.
Like as long as it's not cooked poorly.
I just cook my steak well, man. I'm not picky. I'm not picky. Like, I really don't eat out much. I don't eat out much, but when I do, just give me good steaks. At least something that's not going to have me on the toilets or anything.
Yeah.
That's if you could do that for me, I think we're good.
Yeah. 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 Wow. So, what is your favorite type of food? Like all type, like favorite type, just in general, not meat, not meal, just in general.
It has to be steak. It
uh,
has to be steak and some. I mean, now with this whole healthy lifestyle thing, it has to be steak. It has to be um some kind of sweet potatoes with it. Maybe sweet potato fries, or just some sweet potatoes. I don't care. Um, Jeez, I can't believe I'm saying all of this. Now that's my healthy side. I
yeah.
have an unhealthy side.
Yeah. This is the healthy side, but like, what's the chill back, relax at home? Like when your t-shirt's on and no one can see your gut fill up. What's the unhealthy side?
Jesus Christ. Let me see. Jollof.
Uh,
Jollof. Like, if I look, if I don't have the cameras rolling or anybody watching, if I have a good jollof rice around me, man, like, I'm sorry. Just feed me jollof, man. I'm good. What else do I like? Oh, almonds. I love almonds.
how do you rate this one?
Mm, nah,
Uh,
nah. That
mm,
one doesn't look Nigerian. This
mm.
doesn't look Nigerian. Come on, who puts sausage in jollof?
Ah, what this one?
Now that one kind of looks good, but it's Cameroon. I'm not gonna look. Niger jollof is the best jollof. Let's just put it that way.
Nothing.
Everyone has their opinion about jollof wars and everything. You can look it up. Niger jollof is like the best jollof, hands down. And yeah, I'm plugging my country. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. So
Like,
some of the people in our comments are.
oh, we're good. We're good. I'm that.
Yes. Yes. Goat or lamb?
Goat or lamb? None.
Mm, wow.
None. I don't like the aftertaste for goat. I just don't like the aftertaste. Lamb, I feel like also has an aftertaste. I don't really care much for it. I don't really care much for it. Um, hmm, what else? What else? What else? Give me something.
What's your top ranking meats from like cow, bison, or chicken, turkey?
For
What's your top?
For affordability, I'll say beef, cow, and then I say bison, beef, cow, bison. I guess chicken breast, turkey breast, ground. Yeah, yeah. I guess yeah. That's it for
Yeah,
me.
but the cow and bison's down the top two, huh?
Yeah, top two,
Okay.
top two. Now, if I'm trying to get lean, if I'm trying to get lean, where I'm not trying to look all beefy and stuff, then I turn to fish. I turn to fish.
Yeah.
Fish proteins actually digest a little quicker in your body. They're more bioavailable and everything, so it's easier for me to have those when I'm trying to cut.
Uh,
When I'm trying to build muscle, I will eat the beefs of this world, the bisons, the chickens, and stuff like that. Something with a little bit more, you
yeah.
know. But if I'm trying to lose fat, then I'm gonna do fish. So like for me, it all depends. My preferences for food really depends on my goals.
Do you like oxtail?
I do. I'm not supposed to, but I do.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to. Like nobody's gonna hear this, but yeah, I kind of do like oxtail. It's like, tell me, why is it that all the good parts of food are just like not stuff you should have? Like all the good parts, like the stuff that has like the extra oils in them, it's just like
yeah.
gives it extra flavor.
Yeah. It's
It's
like
like
all
you're not
the
supposed to have it.
it's from all the wagging of the tail. It's just like everything just
Yo, you hear
goes into
that?
it.
And juicy too. And I'm like, why am I not supposed to have? Can I put this in my macros? I'll count my macros or something.
Yeah.
Like, yo, all the good stuff, fried foods. I'm not even gonna lie, fried foods are like just amazing. They taste amazing, but we're not supposed to have them.
You're not supposed to have them, but your tongue. I mean,
Like, come on, man. Like, so why did you even introduce us to that kind of stuff?
you know, like,
I get used to it. I remember like one of my favorite things in the world to eat before I started this whole fitness journey was plantains. I
ah,
used to love eating fried plantains. That was like
oh
my
me,
life.
yeah,
You heard those, right? Dodo.
yeah. I have them all the. I have them all the time.
You have them with like fried eggs, yeah?
Oh yeah,
Oh my god! Like I used to love those things. Fried plantain with, and you know how Nigerians get with that. They're like just have this big old pot of or vegetable oil just fried and everything, and then cut the plantains in there, and there's like deep fry it in there, right? Deep fry the whole thing. Comes out like golden yellow or like I don't even know what, but it tastes fantastic.
yeah.
See, fried plantains. Look, see, I love fried plantains.
Mm.
It tastes fantastic, and I'm just like, okay. And then I realized I'm not really supposed to be having this, and we'll go check the what you call it. Yeah, they said one slice of plantain could easily be about 68 calories. One slice. I would eat like 40 slices sitting right there, and you're telling me
Yeah,
one slice is like what 68. So you multiply four 40 slices times 68. That's about 272 or 2,722 calories.
yeah.
I'm like, bro. So just that one, I'm like, okay, you know what?
That's like the
Bro,
whole like daily nutritional recommended.
in one scoop, like I'll just breathe that whole thing, and it's done. And it's like, nah, man. If I need to keep my body looking a certain way, I have to make
Yeah,
decisions. So fine, the plantains got to go. But I really like me some plantain.
yeah. I mean, got to keep looking buff, but
Ah,
I mean, there's a shirt there. There's a shirt. Like you could have just had like 10 plantains before, no one would know. No one would know. Good piece of advice. Just
See now over there, I was getting ready for a show, so I was relatively lean in that. I'm not always this lean, but I was relatively lean in there. I'm not too far from there. Maybe like what, 15 pounds away from from this. Like 15 pounds thereabouts.
all right. So with this, you're looking like a model right here, right? So what started you in that career? Of,
Modeling. So I my very first modeling gig was back home in Nigeria. Um I think it was a Crusader Insurance. That's like it was a long time. It was a long time, but um again, I remember I told you about a friend of mine who wanted me to do some acting way back in the day. She also told me to consider doing some modeling as well, and so I just tried my luck. I went to go take pictures at this one place um, back home, and I think somebody came in there, saw my picture, and said, we want that guy,
mm,
and I bypassed the whole casting process,
wow.
to get that gig. Like I had no clue. That was like the first time ever, that I even considered doing anything. And boom, they just and like, okay, we want that. So they contacted my agent. Agent tells me, hey, where are you? I remember I was actually doing something entirely different. And I get a call from my agent. He goes, where are you? I need you right now. And I drive right over there and do the job. So ever since, like I said, I'd nursed the idea of modeling, acting. Heck, I even considered singing, but we'll talk about that another time. Not
Okay.
singing because I can't sing to save my life. I considered rapping, but
Oh.
I did. We'll talk about all that later on.
All right.
But yeah, so I'd say, especially modeling, I'd say 2013, no, 2003 was when that was when I first did my first gig
Wow.
in there, and I got here. Life happened, didn't touch it again until last year. I say 2021 thereabouts.
Wow.
Yeah,
So do you ever go back to the motherland?
yeah, but I'm due a visit. I'm due a visit. I really am. I feel like there's a lot of work to be done over here. The next time I go, it's going to be one of the best experiences because I'm doing what I really want to do now.
Yeah.
And I guess I when I go back again, I want to do it in different terms, different circumstances and everything. So
All right.
hopefully this year.
Okay. All right.
You want to come?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm doing a visit. I haven't been in there since like 13 years.
And
I,
look, think about it. Ain't nobody gonna bully you or anything because you gonna be with me. I'm gonna give him that look like
they're just gonna be coming up like, you don't know what this is, you don't know what that is, and you're just gonna be like,
I'm
yeah.
like, excuse, excuse you. And I'll use my villain voice. I'm like, you don't want this.
Like you just pull out a cup, like swirl it around. You just pull up a seat, like you don't have any idea of what
You
is
don't
to
have an
come.
idea what's about to happen to you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, um, we actually are like 6 minutes left, which is really surprising. But before we get off, we have to talk about the rapping. We have to talk about it. We have to talk about
Come on and sing something. Y'all trying to set me up.
it.
Y'all trying to set me up. Oh my god, I can't sing to save my life. Come on and sing something.
Come on, like twinkle twinkle. Come on, you got you.
Oh yeah, I did karaoke the other day. I think it was first time doing karaoke. I need some kind of song. Give me a beat.
Okay. All right. Or would you like to freestyle rap to it?
Freestyle. I mean, eh, no, I can't.
You should. Okay, wait. While I'm pulling up the music, what got you into rapping?
Oh, Jay Z, Jay
Uh,
Z. Like I have been a jiggerhead since I can remember. I love Jay. Like the swag, the delivery, everything. I know. Like I had other rappers before them, but like Jay just did it for me.
yeah. Okay.
Jay just did it for me. I think it's the GOAT, hands down.
Wait, I got one that I got one that everyone gets down to. I got one that everyone gets down to.
Oh God. What you trying to play?
Okay, I got it up. I got it up. I got it.
Oh my God.
Okay, this one may not be the soul version of it. I couldn't find one of that, but okay, I got it. I got
You're
it.
really trying to set me up.
Yo, go. We got this. We got this.
Oh my God.
We got this. We got this. You got the stage.
What the?
Come on, you got this. You got this.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, that's what. Happy birthday.
This okay.
Come on, come on. Okay, at least one happy birthday. How old are you
I can't believe you have me doing this.
now?
Uh, oh, I can't believe this.
Come on.
Yo, why?
You gotta get
How
back to
old is
your
this
rap
song?
career, man. You gotta get back.
Okay, look, no, look. I want something a little bit more. You know, we got to do this again. We
Yeah,
got to do this again.
yeah.
So this time I come prepared because right now my voice is still kind of
Mm, yeah. Too much rice, too much rice, too much
too
rice.
much jollof.
Yeah. Yeah. So before we get off, because our time is nearing an end, can you tell people how to sign up for your classes, how to follow you? Because you have a lot of funny stuff on your Instagram. Lots of funny stuff, lots of cool pictures. And I mean, when's the next time you're going to be out there and on the stage?
I might consider doing something this year, but to be honest, I'm more focused on my acting career right now. So I want to. My goal is to network a lot this year and see how far I can take this because I feel there's so much more to be done. So my that's what my focus is this year. So hopefully, I can make something happen. And by the time I make that decision to get on stage, I'll let everyone know. You guys can catch me on Instagram on at Omayzee Omayzee. Have questions about my training and all that. I'll be more than happy to help you. I'll just send me a DM and we'll go from there. And in the meantime, you have a lot of funny stuff to keep you company. Yes, Yoruba, Igbo, Yoruba and Igbo mainly. How can't I hear it?
Do you have plans of speaking anymore?
Oh, what?
Speaking any more languages?
Oh yeah, definitely. French and Spanish
Okay.
are two languages I'm interested in. Um, who knows? Maybe Dutch too, or
Oh,
even
okay.
Mandarin. It'd be cool to learn Mandarin.
My mom used to, my mom, I'm not sure if she knows a lot of it now, but she used to know some Mandarin.
Oh, it'd be cool. Like the only thing I know of Mandarin that in Chinese is ni hao.
Yeah.
That's it, ni hao.
Yeah, my mom's like, she's been in the, had to learn a lot of languages, and she's just like, that was so long ago. I know ni hao to gama. Yeah,
Oh
yes,
my.
yeah. Sometimes she like reads like a full like paragraph of something in the other language. She's like, I could still do that. So yeah,
Yeah.
I want to learn another language too. Japanese, definitely Spanish, because I mean, a lot of people speak Spanish. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
some
have to teach you pigeon though.
okay.
You know pigeon?
No, not at all.
You don't know any pigeon? Like what's in day? How far now? It's the happen.
Okay, okay.
What's the happen? That's the motherland right there.
I don't know, man.
How far? How far? How far is like how are you?
Okay.
And how far? And you be like I do. Yeah, you gotta learn. You gotta learn that you have to have a little bit of that accent to it. Like how far I did. What did it happen? What did it happen is like what's going on. And you be like nothing, no, nothing did happen. I did. I just did. Type thing.
Okay.
So I might be
Okay.
able to teach. I might be able to teach you a little bit, a little something, something.
Okay. Okay. We'll do. We'll plan a trip too. Yeah. Yeah.
Amen to that.
Yeah. So thank you for letting me be on. Well, thank you for letting me interview you. Thank you for coming on my show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Yes. Thank you for doing what you're doing now, because it's pretty inspirational. You're helping a lot of people,
Thank you.
which is like kind of making a butterfly placebo effect and such like that, which is because people could end up in a situation where they don't take care of the
The body.
diabetes
Mhm.
diagnosis and end up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so
I've seen it happen a lot of times. So hey, I'm
yeah,
glad I'm able to do something to help.
yes, thanks for helping out, and thank you for sharing your knowledge with the people on the
Thank you.
live show, and thank you all for tuning in, watching us talk. Hopefully we'll get a full happy birthday song from Omayzee. It's coming, it's coming. I see you laughing down there, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen when you least expect it. I'm just gonna show up with a microphone, like a full karaoke box, and just be like, sing right now. You'll just like walk out of your house. I'll be there. You better watch out. You better watch out. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But thank you guys. Thank you for watching this. Thank you for sharing. If you haven't shared, please share it with your friends. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the bell. It really supports me. It really helps with what I'm doing. It means a lot to see all you guys just liking, supporting, being just communicating with our guests as well. So really, thank you for everything you have done. Also, there's going to be some new videos up, new videos from the fashion show that I just recently been part of, and also, guys, if you're on YouTube, make sure you also go to Facebook as well. Share it on Facebook, because we're back on Facebook. JALN Says TV, we're back on Facebook, so make sure to check it out. Make sure to share with your friends, because there's going to be a lot of pictures from the last fashion show and from upcoming stuff too. So guys, stay tuned for that, and just stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you. Peace.